Hello everyone, today I would like to read the 3 animal books that I borrowed from the library, and the first book is The Grizzly Bears. The Grizzly Bears. The Grizzly Bears. The grizzly bears who can live in the North America. They live and who we are found into these forests, woodlands, and forests. They live into the near rivers and streams. Grizzly bears are big animals. They can stand 10 feet 3 meters tall. They can weigh 900 pounds 108 kilograms. They have a thick fur. It's usually brown. It has a white tips. Grizzly bears have a hump on its backs. It's a large muscle and it used from all this digging. Grizzly bears likes to eat the insects, fruits, and roots, and they also eat rodents and the large animals, and their favorite food is the salmon. Grizzly bears can be like dangerous. They have a they have a sharp teeth too. They have powerful jaws that have strongest bites. Grizzly bears are protective of their cubs. They will attack anything that gets too very close. A grizzly bears have poisonous teeth. Some are sharp to bite meat. Grizzly bears stay in the den in the winter they rest. They can run up to 25 miles per hour, facing close to power. Then, the resting place of some animals, wild animals. Protective is a having or showing a strong one to keep it safe from harm. A short rodent is a small mammal with a long front teeth used for gnawing. Teeth is a heavy part that are very close all together. The greatest killers of the animal kingdom is the grizzly bears. The greatest killers of the animal kingdom is the grizzly bears. The greatest grizzly is the killer fats. Grizzly bears got the name because of the decisions written by the 18th and the early 19th century, as well as ever and from Sir Alexander Mackenzie Monographs over the crop. There are many myths about grizzly bears. It's important to sort out what's true and what's false. The grizzly bear is a kind of North American brown bear that lives in the forests of Canada and the United States of America. Top predators armed with a short claws, long teeth, and powerful muscles. These mighty animals have long been feared by humans, while grizzly bears are really as scary as they are made out to be. It's impossible that these animals are misunderstood. To find out if the killers live up to a bad reputation, you will need to take a closer look at how grizzly bears live in the wild, how the bears raise with other young, what do they eat, how do they behave. We ought to find out. A bear's life. Killer facts. Male grizzly bears don't help all their females with all their cubs or raising with all their young. Mother bears careful to stay away from males, sometimes who harm with all these cubs. Mother bears usually have 2 cubs at a time. However, they can have up to 4 cubs at a time. Grizzly bears reach adulthood when they're about 4 years old. During late spring and early summer, adults come together to mate. Or meet baby grizzly bears, which are called great cubs, are born in the January or February. Above the weight just 1.05 kilograms. Mother bears raise with other cubs aside, and then until April or May, when the cubs are strong enough to come out, cubs will gain up about 90 pounds 86 kilograms, while they are able to live older than grizzly bear cubs stay with other mothers until they reach adulthood and on an average can live to be 25 years old. Bear behavior. Let's to get ready for torpor. Grizzly bears eat up to 90 pounds, 40.8 kilograms of food a day. Grizzly bears enter the den between October and December and stay inside until early spring while inside with other den. Grizzly bears go into a deep sleep are called with a torpor. They all design the bear's heart rate and breathing slow and the body temperature drops a little. Torpor is different for hibernation. Because of the bear can be awoken to fire predators or give birth to its cubs. During the torpor, grizzly bears don't eat or go to the bathroom and may lose up to 40% of the body weight. Males come out of the dance about 121 days. Females come out about 40 days later. Grizzly bear fats. When standing upright, grizzly bears can be up to 8 feet and 2 to 4 meters tall. One reason a grizzly bears got their name is because of the long fur on the shoulders have a silver gray tips. Grizzly bears mixed with gray grizzly bears range in the color from almost white to black, from black to white, with one shades of brown. It is some maybe not really reddish colored. A grizzly bear colors depend on what its parents looks like. When standing upright, grizzly bears can be up to 8 feet and 24 meters tall. Grizzly bears can weigh more than 700 pounds, 370 to 5 kilograms, while grizzlies are larger than females. Grizzly bears measure 3 to 25 feet, 0.9 to 1 meters at shoulder, and a height are 6 to 7 feet, 1 to 8 to 2 meters long. What do they eat? Although grizzly bears spend much of the time alone, they come together in the places where a lot of food can be found, such as the rivers of food salmon. Grizzly bears are pest predators, that means that at the top of the food chain, they eat the large animals such as the caribou and moose, elk, mountain goats, and mountain sheep, as well as small animals such as mice and salmon. Although they are powerful hunters, grizzly bears are omnivores, meaning they eat plants and animals. And also plants, grizzly bears feed on the berries, fruits, leaves, roots, and nuts in some places where the grizzly bears live. Plants make up to 80 to 90% of what they eat. Grizzly bears usually eat more during the summer and will fall to build up fat so they can survive in the cold weather inside all the dens. Powerful predators killer factories. As the cubs, grizzly bears often climb trees as they grow up their long claws and heavy bodies to make it harder for them to climb. Grizzly bears' claws are curved and can be retracted or pulled into the paws. Grizzly bears have a number of special skills that make them to fierce hunters. Grizzly bears are fast runners, and they can reach speeds from up to 40 miles and 64 to 4 kilometers per hour. Grizzly bears. They also have a good service and have the sharp senses of hearing and smell. Grizzly bears can also climb trees, but they're not very good at it. Like other top predators, grizzly bears have a long, sharp tip they use to tear apart with the prey. The claws, which are from 2 to 4 inches, farther 1 to 10 centimeters long, help them to dig small animals out of their underground homes and pull out roots. Why do they leave the killer fats? Between 1850 and 1970, the historic grizzly bears race shrank by 98%. Grizzly bears populations have dropped from as many as 50,000 and to between 1,700 and 1,600. There are about 150 grizzly bears with home ranges in the Yellowstone National Park. In the past, grizzly bears could be found in the Mexico towards Alaska and from California to Ohio. Today, the fur in the film possessed grizzly bears can now to be found in the parts of western Canada, Alaska, Montana, Idaho, Washington, and Wyoming. They live in the south in the habitats including forests, woodlands, meadows, and tundra. Grizzly bears, kids to themselves, live in the home ranges where measures from 10 to 380 square miles, 225.9 to 984.2 square kilometers. They mark with all the boundaries and often range by rubbing against trees, leaving their scent behind. This may be a very way to lessen fighting between adult male grizzlies. Man vs. bear. For many years, grizzly bears have been thought of as the monsters in the books, newspapers, and movies. They're made out to be a scary beast what will kill you as soon as they see you. Seen as to be dangerous to people and livestock. grizzly bears were recently hunted and killed during the 1800s. In addition to the racial habitats, hunting grizzly bears shrank in the population. Organizations such as the National Wild Coalition who work to protect grizzly bears and their habitats. Today, thanks to the laws put in the places to protect them from overhunting, and grizzly bear populations are stable. Fewer people died from grizzly bear attacks, however, to protect people and bears, it's important to learn bear safeties. Static effects. Many people who will believe that when a bear stands upright, it's getting ready to attack. This is true. Bears usually stand upright to see things better when they will attack. So door or falls. If you are camping in an area where the grizzly bears live, it's important to practice diversity. Bears that want to eat your food may become dangerous. Grizzly bears are very shy and usually stay away from people. But if you do happen to cross paths with one here, are some tips to help you. Never run away from a bear. Running will cause a bear to chase you, and you can't outrun a grizzly. Don't shoot if you don't have a bear. Bears that shot usually live long enough to harm their attackers. A bear spray is spray designed to stop bears. Instead, best defense against grizzly attacks. Bear spray makes it hard for a bear to breathe, see, and smell for a short time, which gives you a time to escape. Are bears a beast? Now that you all know more about grizzly bears, so do you think they're the monsters some people say they are, or who we are? This is misunderstood. Grizzly bears are important predators. They are the key to the health and the balance of the ecosystem. Although grizzly bears attacks can be deadly and they don't happen often, and people can usually avoid them, most grizzly bears attacks happen when the mother bears feel the need to protect the cubs. Understanding bear behavior and restricting the boundaries will prevent bear attacks, kill food and trash in the same context, and releasing bear study will make it possible for people and grizzlies to live together peacefully. Behave and boundaries to attack who act in a partner way, something that marks in the limited or area or place. Description and consistent is the words who can tell you, or how you can someone, or something looks or actually sounds. According to abilities and the surroundings in which who can live. Fierce lifestyle is a limited for animals. Habitat is the surroundings of a number of plant or natural hurricane lives. Muscle anatomy is a part of the body that understands motion and the story of a people that wake up to a certain event. Range is the area in whichever hurricane lives. Reputation survive to cellular. The others of people have about one another person or animal or an object. Temperature and temperature how hot or cold something is. A cold transfer which is coming from the frozen sun. Greatest grizzly bears. Greatest grizzly bears. Biggest bears. Grizzly bears are big. They weigh up to 800 pounds, 372.9 kilograms, and stand up to 8 feet is 2 to 4 meters tall. Grizzly bears need a lot of space to live. A grizzly's ranges can cover 600 square miles, 1,544 square kilometers. At the home in the tundra. Grizzly bears live in the tundra of Canada and Alaska. That's an area where villages can grow. It's very cold and the ground is always frozen. Grizzly bears have adapted to live in their environment. Keeping out the cold. How do the grizzly bears stay warm in the tundra? Grizzly bears have a thick fur that have a layer of fat, which help them to hold heat into their body. During the summer, grizzly bears eat as food as they can to build up fat. Warm in the winter. During the winter, a grizzly bear digs into a den. It curls out inside when the den into a and it falls into a deep sleep. Grizzly bears don't eating during winter. They live of fat in the fat. Grizzly bears can stay into the den for 7 more months. Oldest. Bears of families. Mother grizzly bears can give birth to the cubs inside the den. They usually have 2 to 4 more cubs at a time. Cubs stay inside the den until the snowy melts. Grizzly mothers care for the cubs for about 2 years. Bear of the behavior. Adult grizzly bears spend most of the time alone. They mark with their territory to tell other bears to stay away. However, this summer in Alaska, many grizzly bears gather at the rivers to catch with all their salmon. Bears are told others in the tundra they hunt fish. They caribou. They hunt with the deer, with the caribou, and the fishes too, and other animals too. They also eat plants, including the berries, grasses, and roots too, and they use their claws to dig the dirt and find out the bugs to eat. Specialist skills. A grizzly bear's powerful shoulders make it the strongest digger. Grizzly bears are also good swimmers. Cubs are good climbers. Although the large grizzly bears are also very fast in the short bursts, adults can run a space up to 12 miles 26 to 3 kilometers per hour. Bears bounce back. Once there was 1,000 of grizzly bears as people built towns and cities. The bears' heritage strength hunted skills so many bears, but grizzly bears almost die out commonly today. The lost to keep grizzly bears safe. First fishes of the height is 8 feet and 24 meters, weight is 800 pounds, 270 to 9 kilograms, and the top is the 24 miles 26 to 3 kilometers per hour. Adaptation to habitat is to change in order to live in a better or certain environment, natural home for plants, animals, and other living things. And one in the layer is the contrast found in the living things and the way it is. One part of the study lie over another, or under another. Further and reach is an animal that eats other animal, and one area on the land over which animals will feed. My territory is an animal, that an animal of a group of animal users and defenders. And thank you for watching all my video and support me, and see you again. Let's go back at the zoo with like ending to me.